So our East End campus project is down at the east end of our Danforth campus. It is a very significant project that the university has undertaken. It consists of an underground parking garage, a school for engineering, a school for art and architecture, two pavilions, with a significant landscape improvement at the east end of our campus. We wanted an additional identity, which we picked Nexus to assist us with, to do a joint and parallel review of those complexities to be able to compare to McCarthy from a multitude of levels. One, just from a site logistics and layout perspective, we're moving 333,000 cubic yards of earth in about 4 months, and we need to reposition 75,000 cubic yards of that 330. So do we believe, does an independent party believe that there actually exists that amount of material to be able to store? Can that amount of material be stored on site? If not, what are some close proximities to the site where it can be stored and brought back? To look at the layout and the various elevations, to do the 3D mapping, and then also from a cost perspective to make sure that that we're landing on the correct value that the university should have negotiated on a self-perform basis, with McCarthy through Castle Contracting doing the work for them. They did the 3D mapping so you could better understand those subterranean levels, because the buildings and the pavilions and the garage all interconnect, but they interconnect at different levels. The earth management system, like where and how could the dirt work be retained on campus, how the utilities interact with the excavation, because some of those utilities are deep, so which is best to go first, and that interaction. From a cost estimating perspective, provided complete estimates on the mask excavation and the utilities as well for a cost comparison. If you have a complex site issues to coordinate and work through, so bank retention, mask excavation, utilities, having someone who understands that business very intimately is very important. Nexus worked with us well in advance before we started work, validating that plan. The collective effort of that group, we're able to put best practices together so where that plan then put in execution actually worked. If you did this a traditional way and you just had your general contractor put together a bid package, go out to bid, and then 4 weeks later show up to try to execute this, I don't think we would have had the success we had. Success based upon schedule and based upon cost, and we very aggressive schedule, working again 2 shifts a day, 6 days a week, and we were able to move the dirt within the time frame that we identified, and we were able to do it for the cost we identified. There was, between McCarthy and Nexus, a sharing of a development of a document so the scope could clearly be identified, and each part, the university and McCarthy clearly understood what scope of services were being provided through that scope of work and which ones were not. I would absolutely recommend they do, especially if you have a large site that has complexities as it relates to bank retention, mask excavation, and site utilities. Logistically, laying out and figuring out how you're going to cycle trucks through, cycle drill rigs through, cycle when utilities need to be done compared to the mask excavation and bank retention activities. It's an area in which they have a definite technical expertise. They'll understand from a logistics, cost, and schedule perspective what the project should anticipate, and if you're going to take that out to bid, they can also help you prepare the bid package the way it's written so that scope of work is well defined and therefore mitigate your risk.